Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. Over the past few years, there's been an audio revolution within the digital space, and our next guests are trying to build a social media platform all around it. Please welcome to the show Moran, Chamsi CEO and Managing Director, along with Issy Livian, Co-founder and Vice President of Business Development at HearMeOut. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. And Moran, I want to start with you. For people that aren't necessarily familiar with HearMeOut and exactly how your audio social platform works, a lot of people have compared it to Twitter. Is that an accurate description, but for the audio space?
Yeah, first of all, good morning. Thank you for having us. And I think it's HearMeOut is you can call it, Twitter for voice, Instagram for audio, but all the idea of HearMeOut is the sharing your voice, sharing your authenticity, sharing your thoughts, sharing yourself, express yourself with your audience. And when social networks started, it was all about share your moment, share your story. But in the last year, we see some lack of authenticity, and all the idea of HearMeOut is just to bring back the authenticity to the social media.
Okay, so give us a use case or walk us through exactly how someone would use this, right? So many people paying attention to audio now, right? As we get more of these smart speakers, I'm thinking of Amazon's Alexa and the Echo speaker, Google Home, among others.
Well, people use it in several different ways. People want to share their stories and share intimate details about their life, and they feel more freely when they can use their own voice. We have musicians sampling songs and demoing some, chorus from a new soundtrack they're trying out. We have comedians sharing jokes. We feel the power of voice compared to someone tweeting a joke or sharing an emotion has a lot more power when you hear the voice and the tone and to convey the message in a more clear-cut way than just tweeting your emotion.
And I think they have some differences between using HearMeOut while you touching in the app instead while you're driving. One of HearMeOut focuses is the connected car space, and in connected car in the car you actually more people using it as a social radio, which really interesting to see how people get this platform and use it.
Yeah, let's dig in a little bit more on the car thing. I know that HearMeOut's first foray into cars was that partnership that you guys have with Ford, started in 2015. And these infotainment systems, is that really the future of infotainment systems in cars? Is it going to be all about voice?
Yeah, actually, that's what you're seeing from all the car manufacturer and other technology. They trying, it's a process that everybody now is speaking about connected car and how you can go into infotainment system, and then everybody's speaking about the autonomy car. But yes, HearMeOut make a major collaboration with Ford, and we actually develop a unique HearMeOut connected car platform, which integrated to their new multimedia system. And actually a month and a half ago, we just announced that we joined into the SDL, which is a huge consortium that Toyota and Ford are leading, and other big car manufacturer join into this consortium. And I think that's why that's a great stamp that we see that all the car manufacturers going to this area to the infotainment system and to voice.
Yeah, today, all the drivers and all the people want to stay connected at all times. So people, while they're in work in the office or at home, they can stay connected in the more traditional ways. But now, both advertisers and social networks are trying to grab people all through the day, and we're and the on-the-go is an untapped resource for now. So that's why connected cars have become, it's having a computer in your cars, because people could stay connected at all times because that's what they want. And our focus is also to help these people that want to stay connected and also keep them safe. What's unique about us is that we're a hands-free system within the car, so people can be using the app for sharing their thoughts while they drive, or consuming, as Moran said, a social radio, listening to their friends or favorite talents that they want to listen to in the car in a safe way.
Okay, so you talked about the connected car here, but then we were talking about, right, some of these smart speakers and home speakers earlier on. Is that an opportunity that you think, if not now, down the road, that you can take advantage of?
Yes, we're looking into that as well. We got approached. I can't share names. We're a public company, but we are working on the IoT as well. We know that's a hot industry, and of course, we're open to connecting with the several types of technologies, and we're working on it as we speak.
Yeah, I think our R&D department, working on all these devices and also for wearable that for now it's not so popular, but we believe in the next year maybe going to be much more popular, and also as Issy said, to integrate it to those kind of products.
Right. And how exactly though are you going to maybe be able to encourage this autonomy and innovation, as well as making your product more customer-centric focused?
In our sense, it is customer-centered because it is social. The whole idea is, in contrast to Alexa, which is a utility, we actually give a social sense in the audio space. It's not just something that you use to search something, as with Alexa, or learn about something. We actually encourage people to socialize with their voice, which is a lost art these days. People today connect with Instagram with pictures or snaps with funny images or videos, and Twitter, but not really talking anymore to each other. So we feel that adding this layer of social in the voice sense is something that's unique.
All right, there we have it. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Moran, Chamsi, CEO and Managing Director, along with Issy Livian, co-founder and Vice President of Business Development at HearMeOut.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.